My reaction to being selected for the BAFTA Breakthrough program was bewilderment and gratitude. It was an affirmation of the 10 plus years I've spent in video games on my craft, and it also is a validation of standing up for your work on a project, waving your hand and saying, I'm the creator behind it, and here the themes and the characters I wrote about come from me.
My reaction was shock. The past few years I have known about the BAFTA Breakthrough program through my friends. To me, I felt like this was the perfect moment for me to shine, and I had a reason to apply. So I was shocked, I was elated, I was excited, and it's an honor for me, my community, and my family. So it's a really big deal for me, and I'm very excited to be a part of it.
It is an honor to be selected as a BAFTA Breakthrough. It's great to be recognized for the hard work.
I was on my honeymoon actually, and I just received the email, and I was actually with my husband, and my mom was there in Korea with us. I was excited to be a part of it and meet whoever was also a part of it and see what kind of, things that it would lead to.
I got that email and I saw it and I was really excited and I felt really proud. I think it's hard to, in this industry, sometimes you're always thinking of the next thing and thinking of the next thing. And so when you get to participate in something like this, it feels like a moment where you can stop and actually feel proud of yourself.
I'm just really humbled to be part of this passionate and creative group of people, and I'm looking forward to continue to grow my circle and my community.
I got the email and it happened to be pretty late for me where I was at, and I couldn't sleep. I was so in shock and I couldn't believe it at all, but felt super honored to be able to really be recognized by the film industry.
It's a huge honor and privilege to be selected for something like this, so it's really exciting for me to get to meet everybody who are all doing kind of things that are very different but also similar as far as trying to accomplish new creative projects. And so I was really excited to be selected.
What inspired me to make games is actually not games themselves. I made a project in 2012 with some colleagues from different universities about the issues of gender roles in the games industry. Being a woman, being Latina, and being just not represented enough. I wanted to be that change that I would want to see and pave my own way, and with luck and with blessings, pave it for everybody else to come after me.
It wasn't until I was actually at college that I decided that I think film was the right career path for me. I saw editing as a film job, and I was like, oh, what's this? And so one day I just filmed a bunch of footage in New York and edited it on iMovie, and I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
I'm just really inspired by the traditional storytellers and the elders in my community. We had an elder come into our classroom and he was sitting at the front of the class telling a traditional story to all of the kids, and he was ramping up to the climax of the story, and I turned and I saw this kid leaning forward. And I just remember being I want that power. I want to be able to tell stories to evoke physical responses out of people.
Something that kind of inadvertently set me down this path of where I am now making video games was probably this website from the early 2000s, which I think still exists, called Neopets. It was a place where I learned a lot about some basics of doing HTML, CSS, and it wasn't until later in my career that I realized my love and obsession for Neopets actually was similar to the types of feelings that I had making creative things with computers later on.
The best piece of advice that I was given when I was started in the industry was actually from a prop master who said, walk, don't run. And probably for various safety reasons, but also to be thoughtful with what you're doing on set.
John Lasseter told me to always score with intention, which means everything that I write, which instrument I use, which melodic phrases I use, it should be to serve the story. Everything is really well thought out, and I carry that advice with me and anything that I score moving forward.
You can make anything really happen for you if you dedicate a significant amount of time at really making that happen. For me, that was really influential advice, and I think that it actually really changed the trajectory of my
career.
The lesson of do good work, no matter what it is, and make yourself incredibly useful to the team around you. Whether you are reviewing resumes or you are writing a script, to go above and beyond and do things no matter what tiny email you're sending sometimes, because it will have an effect on the people around you and it'll make you an incredibly useful person on a production.